Hello, Americans. I'm Paul Harvey. You know what the news is. In a minute, you're going to hear the rest of the story. You can sure travel for a lot less this holiday season, thanks to Priceline.com. Priceline has saved millions of travelers real money on airline tickets, hotel rooms, rental cars, and the savings get better and better. Priceline.com is more than travel also. You can name your own price and save on new cars, on home mortgages, even on long-distance calls. Right now, in fact, you can get 60 minutes free for every 60 minutes you buy through Priceline.com. Go to Priceline.com, click on long distance, and for every 60 minutes you buy, you get 60 minutes free. But only at Priceline.com. Now, the rest of the story. It was a dirty trick they were playing on Sam Horowitz that day because they knew how frightened he was of the water. And still, the fellows on the riverbank urged Sam to try out their raft. A short ride downstream, they said, would be most pleasant. "I'd rather not," Sam replied, suppressing the panic which was even now struggling to express itself. "I get seasick," he lied. But the river was not even knee-deep, somebody observed, so if Sam wanted to come back, he could simply walk back. "No thanks," said Sam, caring not the slightest that his courage was impugned. So, you can imagine his surprise when Charlie suddenly picked him up and carried him through the shallow water to the anchored raft. "This is not funny," Sam kept exclaiming. "This is not funny." And then, plop, Charlie plunked his old friend on the sturdy little raft. And Sam's sitting there now, his eyes saucer-wide, clutching his arms about him as though it's winter. He makes no further effort to hide his hysteria. "Get me out of here," he shouts as Charlie walks away. "Get me out of here." And after they had had their fun, the fellows did retrieve their shivering pal. For Sam was scared. Sam was scared of everything. He was afraid of heights, as little as a stepladder. He feared most all kinds of transportation, cars, either driving or being driven. Airplanes he refused to ride. Public speaking, of course. The very thought of offering the simplest toast at the family dinner table was enough to make him sweat. Animals scared him, dogs in particular. He used to walk down the street with a big stick in his hand just in case a dog tried to attack him. But only as an empty threat, because the one thing Sam feared most of all was hurting anyone or anything. And as you have discovered, being on or near any body of water terrified Sam Horowitz. Fishing from a dock made him seasick, he said. But he said that to conceal the wrenching dread that he felt merely looking out over the water and imagining what horrors lurked beneath the surface. A gentle man, that's how those who knew him succinctly described him. But might those who only knew of him ever guess? For there were clues in his true nature, in the movies he made, in the raucous comedies in which he so often ostensibly pretended to be afraid. Takes, they call him in the business. The look of panic to prompt a laugh. For Sam Horowitz, you remember as Shemp Howard. Shemp Howard, the Three Stooges Shemp Howard, Moe and Curly's real-life brother, who starred with them until his death in 1955. He was only 60 when he died. Each new generation of young admirers loves Shemp, perhaps intuiting the gentle man beneath the comic mask, and they laugh as children laughed many decades ago to see him scared by an old toothless lion, or scared by his brother Moe, or scared maybe of his own shadow. But today, you have learned that the bug eyes and the stammering and the shivering were very real, because now you know the rest of the story.